Hello, dear students. I hope you all are fine and you all are doing well. Welcome to the second session of our chapter number 5, HTML part 2. So, in this session, we are going to discuss some of the advanced features of our web page. That what are the things we can insert in our web page. So, let's just start it. So students, today we are going to discuss about the tables in a HTML. That means how we can create table in a HTML. So tables are useful when we want to display information in a tabular form. So when you want to store the data in the row and column form with the help of cells, at that time we need to use table here. So which are the tags are useful to create the table? So first one is a table tag. So table tag indicates the beginning of a table and closing table tag indicates the end of a table. So table is also paired tags. So opening and closing table tags are required to show the beginning and end of your table. Then after, the next is the attributes of a table tag. Which are the attributes you can use? So here border. This attribute is used to specify the border size of the table. And here you can see this is the one of the compulsory attribute of a table tag. So if you don't use the border attribute, then its value is considered as a 0 and the table will be displayed without any border. So higher the value of border attribute, thicker the size of the outer border of a table. So basically this border attribute is used to set the border around your table. And if you are specifying the higher value, that means the thickest border will be there. Next is the align attribute. So what is the use of align attribute? It is used to set the alignment of your table, that in which side you want to display your table in the browser. On a left side, on a right side, in a center. So this align tag attribute is used to set the alignment of your table. Then width. Width attribute is used to specify that how much width it will occupy in your browser window. So width attribute is used to specify the width of your table. So example, width is equals to 50%. So if you are writing the width 50%, that means the table size will be half of the browser window. Next is the BG color attribute. So what is the use of BG color? It is used to specify the background color of your table. So these are the attributes you can use along with the opening table tag. Remember, whenever any attributes are coming, that will always come with the opening tag. So four attribute we have discussed, that is border, align, width and BG color. Then next is the caption tag. What is the use of caption tag? Caption tag is used to write the heading for the entire table. So means the caption is used to set the heading of your table. But this heading will not consider as the content of your table, but this heading will be displayed outside the table as a heading only. So what is the use of caption tag? It is used to write the heading for your entire table. Next is a TR tag. What is the use of TR tag? TR tag indicates the beginning of a new table row. So TR stands for table row. So opening and closing TR tags are used to create row in a table. So closing TR tag indicates the end of a table row. You can use align and BG color attributes with the TR tag. So which are the attributes we can use along with the TR, align and BG color. They will have effect only on the row in which they are used. So in one TR, if you are using the align and BG color attribute, then the effect will be visible in one particular row only. In the next row, you have to use separately again align and BG color. Next is a TD tag. So TD tags indicates the table data. So TD means what? Table data. Here opening and closing TD tags are used to insert the data in your table. So opening TD tag indicates the table data and closing TD tag indicates the end of your table data. TD tag is very important to write data in a table. So all the data we can write in the table, the content of your table, you can write it down with the TD tag. Here also we can use the align and bg color same attributes along with the td tag, and they will have the effect only on a particular data for which they are used. The same as a tr tag. Means in one td tag you can use align and bg color attribute. Then in another column you have to use separately. You can also use call span attribute to specify the number of cells that you want to merge into one cell. So do you remember the effect of a merge cells option in the Word when we are creating the table in the Word? To merge the cells of our table, we were using the merge cells attribute, merge cell option. Here, if you want to merge the cell of any row or column, then here when you want to merge the cells, here call span attribute is that you can use along with the td tag. So here it's written td call span equals to 3, means what? The 3 consecutive cells will be merged into one cell. So with the help of this coding you can merge 3 cells into a one cell. When we will see the practically, then you will understand the things better. So these are the tags are useful to create table in a HTML. Then after, now we will see that how to create this table practically. So students, now practically we are going to see this university details table. So let's just start it. So first now we are in our notepad window and our HTML document begins with the opening HTML tag. So that I have written. Then after directly I am opening the body tag, I am using that. So opening body tag where we are writing all our information that we want to display. Now here what we want to create table. Yes. So inside the body tag, which tag we need to use to create table? Yes. Opening table tag. So many attributes we have discussed that we can use along with the table. So we will use that one also. So first we are using the border attribute. So border, I am setting the thickness of my border is a 10. So then after higher value if you are giving, that means the thickest border will be there. Then after I am setting the alignment of my table, that is center. And next is a width. So how much width the table will occupy in the browser window? So 50% I am giving the width here. So next is the width is equals to 50%. Then next we will use which tag is there to create row in a table? tr tag. So here inside the table tag, now we will use tr tag. So tr tag, opening tr tag for the creation of row. And then after, to enter the data in a table, two tags are there, th tag and td tag. So th tag we forgot to discuss. So now I am explaining you that th tag is also used to enter the table heading. It is known as a table header. So the column heading we can write it down with the help of th tag. So what is the difference between th and td? When we are using the th tag, the content will be visible at the center of your cell and with the bold effect. So this heading now we are writing with the th tag. Now you just observe the first one row. In the first one row, can you see the 4 cells? No, the 4 cells are not there, but only the biggest cell is there and single cell is visible over here. That means in that we have merged these 4 cells. So now which attribute is there to merge the cells here in the table? So call span attribute. So that we have to use with the opening th tag. So use the call span attribute and the value we have to give that we want to merge. So the how many cells we are merging here in the first one row? 1, 2, 3 and 4. So the call span value is equals to 4. Then after you have to write it down your content. What is there? That is Christ University. Christ University. And then after closing th tag and closing tr tag. but this row we have created, but you just see here also one thing is written university detail, that we forgot to write it now. So for that I am going to my opening table tag, I am pressing enter, and with the tab key I am coming here, and here I am using caption tag. Which tag is there? Caption. So first opening caption tag, and after that you just write it on your content, that is university detail, and then after closing caption tag. If you want to display it with the biggest font size, then you can use the H1 and H2 tag along with that one. So this is the caption tag we have used to display the heading of our entire table. Now here we have used the closing tr tag to close the first one row. Now the time to create the second one row. So again second time we need to use the tr tag. So 2 times I am pressing the enter to give the space here. Then with the tab key you just come there and again open tr tag. Now in that one just again how many cells are here? 2 headings are here. So here also we have merged the cells. So see here in the first one heading we have merged these 2 cells, and in the next postgraduate we have merged these 2 cells. So now we will use the th tag here, opening th, and which attribute is there? Colspan only. How many cells we are merging? 2. So Colspan value is equals to 2, and then write the heading there under graduate and closing th tag. Then again second th also we need to use, because how many columns are here? 2. So 2 th will be there. So now here also we will use same th. Colspan again. Colspan value is equals to 2. And then next is a postgraduate. And closing th. And now our second one row is also completed. So in the same line we will use now closing tr tag. Then now the time to create the third one row. So in the third one row you can see the boys girls, these headings are there. So these headings we will write with the help of our next tag, that is the tr tag only. So here we will use the tr tag, and here also I am using, this is the column headings only, so th tag only I am using that. So th, and what is the first one heading? That is boys, and closing th. Now I will use the copy paste operation, because 4 times I need to type this one. So to save my time I am using copy, and here I will take my cursor and then paste. Right click and paste, and you can use the shortcut key also. So now I am using the shortcut key from the keyboard every time. With the tab key I am taking my cursor there and control V. How many times we need to paste here? 4 times, because how many cells are here? 4. That is why. Now here instead of boys we need to write there girls, and here also we need to write girls. Now closing tr tag. Closing tr. Now we will copy this one, or now we want to enter the table data. How many boys and girls are there, that we want to write. So again we will start our tr tag. Then here now we will use the td tag to write the content. So opening td first 4465 and closing td tag. So here also I will use the copy paste. So select this one, copy. Now take the cursor in a new line, and with the tab key you just come there and control V. Here also how many cells are there? 4. So 4 times we will do this one paste operation, And then now just we will take the cursor there with the backspace key, we will remove this one, and another content, the numbers are there, that we will write. Next is a 3291, 3291. Next is a 2845. So it's written. Now we will use the closing tr tag. Closing tr, then after closing body and closing HTML. So like this we have written the coding here. Now we need to save our file. So here you can see some of the color are visible over here. So this color we can here, so if in the first one row color is there, so here in the opening tr tag we need to use bg color attribute. So bg color is equals to, what is the color there? Pink. So there we will write it down, pink. And here also the color is there in this one row. So here also we will use bg color. So in the separate like this we have discussed the bg color and align attribute we can use here. But for that we need in the separate row, in every row you need to specify the color if you want to apply color in that one. It is not if you are setting in the first one, then it will not come in the every one row. So now here we are setting the color, that is aqua. Now we have set this one. So now we are saving this file. So go to the file and save, and select the location where you want to save your file. So in the local disk D, my folder is there, standard 7. So here only I am saving my file that is named as a table. Table dot, don't forget to give extension HTML. So now this file is saved. Now to see the output we need to minimize all the windows, and now we will go to the location where our file is saved. So here the local disk D, standard 7, and here you can see the table is written. So double click on this file to see the output. So have you seen over here the same output is visible that we were there in our textbook. So this is like this we can create the table over here. Now we have minimized all the things. So like this you can see the output in a browser. So I hope you understood that how to create table in a HTML. So students, now we are going to see the use of very interesting tag, that is the marquee tag. So what is the use of marquee tag? This tag is used to get the scrolling effect. So have you ever seen the website in that the advertisements are coming continue way in the scrolling with the scrolling effect? So this type of scrolling effect if you want to give in your web page, then that you can give with the help of marquee tag, opening and closing marquee tag. So whatever the content you will write it down within this opening and closing marquee tag, that will scroll continuously on the screen. As a content you can write it down anything. See, if you write this text, then text will be visible with the scrolling effect. If you will put the image here, then the image will be scrolled. And if the table we have created now, the table before that opening table tag, you have to use marquee, opening marquee, and after the closing table tag you have to use the closing marquee, and then whole table will be visible with the scrolling effect. So now we will see that one how we can do. So here you can see this is our opening table tag. So now before our opening table tag, I am using opening marquee tag. So what is the spelling of marquee? That marquee spelling must be correct, M-A-R-Q-U-E-E. So this is the spelling that opening marquee tag I have used before my opening table tag. And now closing marquee tag I will use here before my closing table tag. So here you can see that first closing table tag, then after closing table tag I will use the marquee tag. So press enter, and then in the next line with the tab key you just come there and use the closing marquee. MARQUE. So these changes we have made here. So again go to the file and just click on a save button. Now you just open your browser window. So this window I have already minimized. So I am using Alt and Tab options to go in my browser window. Now we need to refresh our screen. So you just press F5 and now the scrolling marquee effect will be visible over here. So you can see over here that now table is coming in with the scrolling effect. How it's visible with the scrolling effect? With the help of our marquee text. So it will continuously scrolling like this till you will not close your browser window. So like this the advertisement feeds are coming with the help of marquee text in the continuous scrolling effect. Now we are minimizing this browser window, and next thing we are discussing that how to change the background color. So to change the background color, here we are having the BG color attribute, and that we need to use with the body tag. So where is our body tag? Here. So here we need to use the BG color attribute. So BGCOLOR, that is the spelling, equals to any color you can set that you want to set as your background color. So now I am setting my BG color is equals to yellow. I am setting that. So now again I will save the file, and I need to open our browser window. So I am using Alt Tab. So with the Alt Tab I can go to my browser window, and here I will refresh the thing. So here you can see that background color of my browser window is changed now from the white to yellow. So like this we can use the BG color attribute and marquee attribute here. So now I am again minimizing this one, and here we have discussed the BG color attribute to change our browser window color. With the help of in the opening body tag you need to write, and here marquee tag to get the scrolling effect. So I hope you understood both these options. So students, now we are going to discuss about the image tag. So image tag is first the unpaired tag. So closing image tag is not required, and as per the name of this tag is used to insert picture in our web pages. So the compulsory attribute of image tag that we need to use with the image tag, that is the SRC attribute, and this tag indicates the location and the name of the source file. Means your image file name and location you have to write it down where? In the SRC attribute. Now here you can see the example is written image, then after SRC equals to picture1.jpg. So this is the file of your image, and this both the files are stored at the same location. So here the above example will open the picture1.jpg file on a web page. And the important thing that we need to remember about the image tag is the location of the image which you want to display on a web page. So the location you have to specify properly, and to remove that errors or how we can remove this location issue, that I will tell you here when we will perform the practical. Now some of the tags we will discuss that we can use along with the image tag, that is first one is the source tag. So this source SRC means the source, and this attribute is used to specify the location of our image. Then next is a ALT attribute. So this ALT attribute is used to specify the alternate name in case if the browser does not support your image. So if the image will not load it, then whatever the text you have written in the ALT attribute, that will be visible in the place of your browser window. And the next is a height and width attribute. So this attribute is used to specify the height and width of your image in the form of pixels. So now practically we will see that how to insert image here in a web page. So for that I am minimizing this one, and I am opening my new notepad file. So in this notepad file I will write the coding of my image file. So for that first I am opening one location. Here I will show you. So here you can see in the local disk D that where I will save this file. Here the penguin's name is written. This is the name of our image file. So that must be correct when you are writing the coding of this one. So first we will open our HTML tag, and then in the HTML tag we need to open our body tag. So opening body tag, and now we are going to insert image. So for that one we need to use img tag. Now which is the compulsory attribute? src, and in the src attribute what we need to write it down? Our image name along with its extension. So what is our name of image? That is penguin. So spelling must be correct, so that I am writing penguins. So penguins is the spelling, and this type of file is .jpg file is there. So here you can see the file format, that is JPG. So that also you have to provide, that is the extension of your image file, that is JPG. And then after closing tag, closing that double quotation mark. Now we will set the alternate text alt attribute. So if image will not display, then in place of your image this text will be visible. Our image name, penguin, penguin image. So if image will not come, then at the place of your image this text will be there. So user can understand that here penguin image is there. Then after next we are setting the height or a width. So here we will set the width of our image, that is 200, and height is also 200. Now here we will close our angular bracket. So this one line coding is the students to insert any image in a web page, but the name must be correct, and whatever the location where your file is stored, that must be given correctly. Then after closing body and closing HTML. Now to remove that location issue, I will save my file at the location where my image is there. So here my image is stored where? In the local disk D standard 7 folder. So there only I will save my source file, means this file, the coding file in which I have written the coding to insert the image. So now go to the file and save. Now here from this select the local disk D, and from here find the standard 7 folder. Now here only you just save your file and give the name image.html and save. So here you can see we have saved the file here, and here also file came named as a image. So now you just save a image, that you just see this is our image file. So this file will be displayed in our browser. This image we have inserted in our web page. So this image file also were in the same folder, and our file, the image file in which we have written the coding to display image, that is also in the same folder. Now to see the output we have to open this image file. So double click on this file. Now browser window will be opened with the image. So here you can see the same picture has been added over here. So this is the way to insert image in any web page with the help of img tag. So I hope you understood, students, how to insert image in a web page. So students, now we are going to discuss about the A tag. Here A means what? A stands for anchor, and this anchor tag is used to create hyperlink on a web page. Links are found on almost every web pages, and it allows user to jump from one page to another page. So one page is there, and from that page if you want to redirect, if you want to move to the another page, then that is possible with the hyperlink. And all the web pages are interlinked with each other. One page is always linked with each other, and how we can link both the documents here with the help of hyperlink tag. So here you can see one example is there. So here one of the compulsory attribute of A tag is a href attribute. And what is the use of this attribute? It is used to specify the destination address, means the address of that file you want to open by clicking on that particular text. So when user click on the link, it will take the user to the web address specified in the href attribute will open. Now here the above example will make the text W3 school a hypertext. So this text will be visible in the form of link with the blue color and underline. So when you will click on this text, then it will open the home page of this website, that is www.w3schools.com. For that you must have the internet connection to practice this one. So we will discuss the simple examples. Our examples we will open in the form of hyperlink. Now href attribute we have discussed. The text written between opening and closing a tag is a visible text and acts as a hypertext. So moving the mouse over this text will change the mouse shape into the pointed hand like this. So any text is written within this opening and closing a tag, then it is converted into the hypertext, and when you are pointing your mouse pointer over there, this type of pointed hand sign will be there. So now we are going to see this example practically. So for that I am minimizing this one, and this type of list we will create, that is the ordered list, unordered list, annual result, Taj Mahal, like this. So in this example only I am creating this one. So now here we will use this, and first we will open our that file in which our all the files are saved. So I am using Alt and Tab, and this is the content. Here we can see that our file name, so there should not be any mistakes in our file name. So from there we will refer this one, and I am minimizing this one, and here I will reduce the size of this. I just want to see my image names or the file names properly. So now here only we will create a tag. So first a tag, opening a tag, and here what is the compulsory attribute? href. So in the href attribute, first we need to provide the address of our file. So name we will write it down here. So first I am opening, or I am giving the file name, that is ordered list. So here ordered list, in the double quotation mark the spelling must be correct. So ordered list dot html, with the extension you have to provide the file here. Then after this is over, opening a tag is over. Now you have to write down the content that you want to visible as a link. So here I am writing the list. So when I will click on the list, this file will be open there. Now closing a tag. And to separate our image and our HTML, here we can write the HR tag. So HR is also paired, unpaired tag. So HR color I am setting there. Color is equals to red and size is equals to 5. Size is equals to 5. Closing HR is not required because it is the unpaired tag. Now we are saving this file, save, and now we will open the output window. So we will see that output is coming or not. So Alt Tab, and where is our output window? Here you can see. So now refresh this one. So here you can see that horizontal line is coming and one text is coming with the blue color and underline. So click on this. So here you just see, I said that when we will set the link, our mouse pointer will be converted into the pointed hand. So you can see, now click on this. See, now here when we have click on list button, our list, ordered and unordered list has been opened over here, that we have done previously. So like this we can use the link here to move from the one file to the next file. Now the same as we will create the list for each and every document that we have created over here. And if you want to visible this content with the biggest font size, then here you can use the H1 tag. So then it will be visible with the biggest font size. So closing H1. So now we will copy this href attribute. So select this one, then after copy and paste it. So how many times we will paste? Control V, Control V. With the tab key, you just take it in the same line. Now one file that we want to open, that is our image file. So currently we are in the image file only, so that we will not use, but the table file we can open over here. So this table file, we will write it down the address here. Instead of order list, we are writing table.html. And next file, you can see this is the second file, so in which we have written over all the formatting text. So that I am writing second.html. So file names must be correct, then only it will open here. Now here we will write it down. Click to see table. This is our link. So when I will click on this content, I will redirect to my table. And here I am writing formatting text. Formatting text. So now our web page is ready, in which we have placed all the links. So this is our page. So I am selecting this file. So go to the file and save. Now we will open our browser window again. So Alt tab and select the browser window. Where is our browser file that we need to search? Or from here only we can open this file, image. Double click on it, then it will be visible over here. So here you can see that all the image links are visible over here. So now you just click to see the table. So here the table will be visible over here because we have used the marquee, that is why the scrolling effect is coming. So from one page we redirect to the next page. Now you just use this back button and again you will come to your home page. Now to open that formatting text file, you just click on it, formatting text. So here you can see our formatting text, that file we have created in our chapter 4. That file is visible over here. So like this we can create the hyperlink in our web page. So now I am closing that one, and here this is the coding to display the hyperlink. Only single line coding is there, students, to create the hyperlink over here. So this is the hyperlink we have set. So by clicking on that text, we can move forward to the previous pages. So I hope you understood the concept of a hyperlink. So students, now we are going to discuss that how to create the cross-linked web pages. Means two pages are there and from in both the pages link are there. So when we will use that links, it will work as a back and forward button. So most of the browser has a back button to go back to the previous page and forward button to go to the next page. So using these buttons you can also move back and forward, but it is a good practice to have these links on the web page itself. So now we will create this crossed linked over here in our two web pages. So for that we need two web pages. So first I am minimizing this one, and here I am using the Alt tab, and with the Alt tab I will find all my files. So here you can see in this window all my files are there. So you just see. Now I want to open my ordered list file and the table file. So I want to open that coding. So how we can open the coding? So you just do right click here and select the open with option and select the notepad. Then the coding of that file will be visible over here. So this is the coding of our ordered list. So here I am reducing the size of this one, and now we will open the coding of our table file. So right click and open with notepad. So now here you can see this is the coding of our table file. So both the codings are here now. So I am using, or I will manage the size here. So we can open both the programs side by side like this. So this is our file ordered list and this is our file table. So now in the table file I am creating one link here. So now we will use the A tag after the creation of our table. After the marquee tag, I am using a tag. So here use the opening a tag, and what is the attribute href? In this we have to provide our source file name. So what is the name of this file? When I am setting the link, when I will click, I am here in the table. From the table directly I want to move in my list. So what is the file? The name, that is ordered list. The double quotation mark, you just write ordered list dot html, and then after closing a tag and write down the content that you want to display here as a link. So click to see list, that content will be visible over here. Then after closing a tag, and we need to save this file. So go to the file and save. Now the same link we are creating over here in our ordered list page. So when I am in the list, I want to go in my table. So from here only, from my list, I want to go in a table. So here also we will use a href. And what is the name of our table file? That is table.html. You can see the table file is there. So table.html. In the double quotation mark only we need to write table.html. Now the opening a tag is over. Then after here we are writing the content that we want to set as a link. So click to see table. This link we have set in our list. You just see currently which is program is opened by us, list. So in the list we are creating the link for a table, and in the table we have set the link for a list. Like this, the interlinked web pages, that is known as a interlinked web pages. Now the closing a tag and save this file also. Don't forget to save. Okay. Now you just minimize both the files, and from here we will open our files. So Alt tab, and here where is our all the folders are there, or directly we will go to the computer. So click on the start button, computer, where our file was saved, local disk D. So I am searching in the local disk D standard 7 folder, and first open the ordered list file. So here I am opening the ordered list, and you can see in the web page this file, the list is open, and here you can see the new content. Click to see table. So this is the hyperlink, and from here we can move to the table file or the web page in which the table is created. So now I am clicking on it. So you can see now we are in which web page? In the web page where our table is there, table.html. So here you can see our table is there. Now here also one link is there. What is the link here? Click to see list. So now we will try that. If I am clicking on the list here, if I am clicking on this tag, I will move to my list or not. See. So this is known as a crossed link. Just like a previous and back button. See, now we came again to our previous file. Now if again I will click, then I will move to the table. If again I will click, I will come back to my page. So this is known as a crossed link web pages. We have created the link in a two web page to move from the one web page to the another web page. So I hope you understood the concept of a crossed link web pages. So now we are going to conclude our chapter number 5. So I hope you understood all the things practically, students. So please try it at your home. Very basic softwares we need, that in each and every computer these softwares are there, that is Notepad and web browser. So very easily you can perform the practical also. So I hope you understood all the things well. Thank you, students.